Hattie Roberry.
Jennifer Wagner.
Okay. We're going to start off with approval of April 13th minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion that we approve those minutes.
I second that motion.
All right. And then we're going to go over to new business.
We're going to make sure that I can be heard on my microphone because it's
Okay.
over here and it is, I can't really adjust it. So we're going to make sure of that. Could you hear that? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, me?
Yeah.
All right. So on behalf of John Bradley, who is with his family this evening, I am going to share his update on library fundraising. Okay, in his words, it is evident that our growing Santaquin population requires future expansion of the library. The new City Hall provides a great opportunity to move a future library into the north wing. This would allow the library to grow from 3,000 to over 10,000 square feet. Santaquin City has provided funding for the exterior shell of the north wing. We have been soliciting large foundation donations the last 8 months. Unfortunately, at this point, there has been no commitment toward the additional $2 million needed. The economy has taken a turn where organizations are a little hesitant donating large quantities of funds. At this point, we will continue to seek funding sources, and then as funding arrives, look to kick off a local campaign in the future. There is currently no timeline for this. Then local residents will be able to help us achieve the final portion of the monies due at that time. Thanks again to all for your support of the library.
So, any questions about that? That means nothing's happening
Questions?
right now.
No. Darn it's yes.
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 Yeah. Super disappointed.
Yeah.
Jen and John and Dennis and I, before Dennis's relocation, had been putting in quite a bit of time and effort into, well, Dennis had done a ton before we started meeting with him, just organizing potential funding sources and creating a spreadsheet of all of those and when he had contacted them and when they responded and then when he followed up. And he had really put in a lot of good time and effort into that. And then John and Jen and I had also joined and each taken some organizations and corporations to email and reach out to them. And no one has stepped up yet at this time. And I think that this year, as John described in his email, this year with the economy and so much unsurety and just not knowing, right? And the volatility of the market and everything, I think everybody's kind of holding on for the time being. And each of us, I'm sure, is seeing the impacts of inflation on our budgets as well. So we're just going to kind of finish the building and then see what comes next.
On the back burner.
Is that north wing set aside for the library? So it's once funds are there, that's the library home, or is it kind of a free space in the library we're hoping to get in there? And
That's council.
I would love for it to be specifically designated for the library, and I will need to talk to our new mayor and council about that and whether or not they feel comfortable doing that, because currently it is just available. And so
available for anything to the highest bidder?
First dibs.
So yes, I would like to see it specifically designated and to work toward the additional funding.
Right.
We added $1 million to the cost of the building in order to build that wing and the shell, and we're very supportive of that with the previous administration, in hopes that we could get the additional funding to finish the interior from outside donations. But nothing was ever voted on to specifically say this is designated to the library. So that was our hope, but I can definitely bring that up
And is that process something that the council does? Does it need patron anything to help that process?
It would be something that the current mayor and council would decide.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it would need to be done by ordinance or resolution or something like that to
Okay.
make it legally binding, which is also touchy because then a future council is bound to that decision,
Right.
and that's really tricky. We try, as Chelsea knows, to not bind future councils with our decisions. So I will need to do some more research and dig deeper into that to find out what that process is
Right.
and how it would work, and whether or not Mayor Olson and the current council would support that, or if they want to keep it
Okay.
open right now.
Okay.
But I can inquire about that at our council meeting next week.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Jen.
Okay. Is there any other questions before I just say just some updates?
Give us happy news.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you
I
got?
mean, there is. There's definitely happy news because we're booming. The first thing that I have is I had the manager of Costa Vida come to the library, and he really wanted to be involved in some fundraising stuff. So when he knew that we were doing the Valentine one, so this is ahead, but as we're always thinking, he was thinking about doing a gift card that is a buy one get one for a date night. So we talked about something like that. I don't know if we want to add that to Valentine. We might all go crazy. I don't know.
Why not?
So that's something to think. I know.
Because then that's something more for the adults, because the cookies and stuff. I mean,
But
it's
it
for any
also
age, but
might cut into the cookie. So we might not get as good of a
that's
profit because I
true.
haven't really finalized if we're buying all of them and then splitting or what we're doing. So it may not be as good as the cookies. I'd have to figure that out, but it's so it can be brewing in our mind during
what
that.
if it was something in December?
That's what I was,
beginning?
I'm what if we did a fall thing instead and it's only that, and then there's a date night at a different time that doesn't interfere with the other stuff. So I wanted your guys' opinion on what you think, especially with delivery. They would pick those up, but it's still a lot going on, especially with how many there were last time. So
That's true.
yeah. So just be thinking about that. If there's a different time that we wanted to do it. I mean, it's always great to have another fundraiser thing. We definitely need it. So that would be great. Summer reading. So for the end count, which is basically now because our summer reading closing is next week on Wednesday. So last year we had the 900 sign up. This year we have 1164. So 1,164. So we have about 270 more than last year. It's been a lot of treats every week. That I have to go buy. So yeah, there was a lot of treats. So fundraiser is definitely good. But we're excited. Everybody's been so excited, and everybody's been coming in every week. It's so crazy busy. I can't even, tell you. And we just hired 2 new people. We had 2 people leave the library, so I just hired 2 new people, and they got put in right at this. They were like, "What is going on? Is this a real library?" So yeah, it's been super busy, fun. Everybody's been really supportive of it. And so we'll have the summer reading closing is next Wednesday from 4 to 5. Betsy will be there, and we actually asked Mayor Olson if he'll do the raffle for the prizes. So he'll do the raffle for the prizes that day. So it should be pretty fun and quick. So hopefully no rain is in the forecast like last year, but it's probably going to be really hot. So luckily it's just for the tickets. We're really excited about it. They were really good.
What time is that at again?
From 4 to 5.
Okay.
So it's basically just the raffling of the tickets. We have a little prize with which even with that I did. So we have coupons for the end that we'll hand to everybody who comes we have from I just forgot our bookseller in Spanish Fork. he donated free books, gift cards. So people will either get a free book gift card, an ice cream cone, or donut. Then it has like 5 taffies in it that we got half donated from Taffy Town. I didn't have enough taffy, so I just had to go buy some more to fit that. So that's what everybody will get, and then we'll have the raffle, which has all the prizes, which there's over 20. And then Costa Vida did donate 30 get one free, not a buy one get one free, just a free burrito.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a $10.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have 30 of those that we'll give out at that too. We'll see. I think we're going to do whoever finished all the weeks. They'll be in the, and it may just be there's 30 who finished all out of 11. I don't know, but we'll draw from that. So that was a good prize, and they were nice to donate those for that too.
Nice. And where is that located?
So at the library.
Just outside on the grass?
So it'll just be
Okay.
outside. I'll just get a canopy, and the mayor will be under that, and and just
Okay.
read the names, and it goes pretty fast. So
Okay. Fun times.
yeah, we'll be glad when it's over. It's been crazy.
What is your drink of preference?
Me
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
Okay. See, you're my girl. I'm a Dr. Pepper girl too, so I wanted to know because
Yeah.
if I keep it in mind, then I can bring you
There you go.
your,
With yours.
my
'cause
dad
it'll be
used
really
to say,
hot out
"Pick your
there.
poison."
Yeah, and I feel like the end of fiscal year, I probably drank way more than I needed to the month of June. The end of fiscal year is crazy. I have down grants received since the last meeting. I was able to get 5,000 more for just physical collection. So I'll be adding more books, activity kits, and I'm thinking about doing, haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about doing game rentals. So not rentals, like not charging
Check
for it,
out.
but getting like Switch games, things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that people can check out maybe. So that's on the list that I might get in that grant also. Just deciding how we would want to take care of those. Just stats, circulation, new cards last year. So I just ran a report from January to June 28th. From last year, there were 295 cards, which was about 49.16 per month. The same time frame this year, we have 330 cards, so that's about 55 new cards per month of new library cards. Circulation, that same time period last year was 4264 per month, or 4,264. This month it's 4,805 per month. And then in the Libby, or the online checkouts, we have about 1,100 per month average of people checking out of the ebooks online on Libby. So
I was going to say I've been adding quite a bit.
right,
To that.
it's crazy, but super fun. It's also in the summer our board books. I was like, we have no board books, and I was going to order more, and then I looked at Springville. We actually have more board books than Springville, and
Wow.
ours are like all gone. So
Wow.
it looks
Wow.
empty. If they all come back, we're in trouble because we have nowhere to put them. So we have, I mean, that just shows how many kids. We just have all the little kids that are here now. The book club stats, so story time is still high. So we're averaging about 32. And that's 32 kids for 4 times a week. So it's 128 a week of people that we have. So that's crazy. And actually without the new building, because now we got to really think, we might actually have to start limiting. There really shouldn't be that many upstairs. So we might have to have a register before. I'm worried about that. That does put off people because, it just depends on your day with little kids if you want to come that day or not. And people might register and then not come, so other people can't. But that's kind of some things that I was talking to Anita about, who does the story time. She's like, it might just be too much. I mean, once there's too many, it's really hard to do a good story time.
Could we rotate times?
So we do right now. She can't do anymore because it used to only be 2 a week.
Mm-hmm.
We do 4 a week
Okay.
at 11 and 1 on Wednesday and Thursday. I do, however, when I hired the 2 new people, I hired them and put in the description to have them for story time. I still want to do, the one person who is gone was the Spanish speaking one. So, because we were going to have a Spanish speaking story time, that didn't end up working. So, but I do still maybe want to have a Saturday story time. I don't know how well that will go over. I'm going to test that once school starts because the people are new and we have summer reading, then it's orchard days. So it's really hectic to have a new program start during that time. So I might start it where they do 1 or 2 Saturdays a month and see if there's an interest. And that would add another story time for working moms and things like that that maybe want to come in those days. So that's how we'll add that. We're still averaging the 17 to 27 at Adult Book Club. Tomorrow's the Adult Book Club party if people want to come. So we usually have that in June or July, and then we have one in December, and we usually do a prize drawing. I'm going to do a prize drawing for $40 worth of books, and then we bring food and stuff. So that's usually a fun one. And we still have a limit on Magic Treehouse. There's just 2 sessions of that with 12 kids in each. So we have 24 a month, and that's always full. And then our teen still averages, it's lower, so it's still 10 to 11 teens per month. They're really tweens. So, and then the only the activities that we have planned for this quarter are just during Orchard Days. This year we're doing a book sale. See how that goes. A lot of delivery of a lot of books. So we're doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of that weekend.
Like you're selling the old books that are pulling off the shelf. Do you want people to donate books?
No, and we'll use this for summer reading too. This will just be a fundraiser, and we actually split with the. I wish I'd wrote down. I don't know why I can't remember Jason's company's name. He's the one who actually comes and buys our weeded books from us. So he has a ton of books. So he comes and he actually does it for Payson. He just finished Mount Pleasant. So for Onion Days, like Payson does it, but we're ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're before Onion Days. So they come bring all the books, set it up, and then we split the profit. So I have some books that I've pulled aside that are ones that haven't been on the shelves, like ones that have been donated or like extras that book dealers give me and stuff. So we'll have all those for sale. It'll be at Santaquin Elementary, and we'll do it with a quilt show. So one side will be the quilt show, one side will be the book sale. We'll see how it goes first year.
Do you need our help?
Huh? If anybody wants to volunteer, they totally can. So yeah, and you would just be at it. We have Wednesday the 3rd is when we would set it up. August 4th, the Thursday, August 4th, we're 1 to 5. Friday the 5th is 1 to 6, and Saturday the 6th is 11:30 to 1:30, and then we take down. And that's the day the parade is on Saturday.
Okay.
So we end that. That's after the parade, I think, because the parade's in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I have. So yeah, if you want to volunteer for that, you can message me.
I probably can that Thursday.
Yeah,
So.
anytime. That would be awesome. Yeah, so it's just standing there and helping, hopefully we have a lot of book sales. Be a fun little, and a way for the library to be involved with Orchard Days.
Mhm.
So I'm excited
Great
for it.
idea.
Yeah. The only other thing, this is early, I was telling Megan ahead of time, but we only have one more meeting for the year, October, and then it's January. And 3 people will leave the board, Shauna, Megan, and Liberty. So if you have any names of anybody, just be thinking of that for October, that we can let the mayor know any names of people who are interested that he can contact if you know anyone. So
Can they reapply if they want to be on it, or they?
well, Liberty did.
Oh.
She did an extra year this year.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you can, but
You'd have to read the bylaws.
oh yeah,
But I'm sure that mayor would be happy to have any of you contact him and say, hey, I'd like to stay
I want to do it
on the
longer.
library board.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah, Shauna's like,
It
I'm
is.
out.
Anyone
yeah.
who's willing to serve, I'm
Yeah.
sure that
This
we
is
would like
the
to hear from you.
easiest board, except for Valentine's.
Valentine's is a
yeah,
matter.
yeah. I don't know. This next
On our-
year it
on
might
your
be
end, it may be.
really crazy. We'll see.
We're getting better every year, though.
Yeah, yeah,
We can always come back and help on Valentine's.
yeah, yeah. So, any ideas for that? Just think of it for the October meeting or ahead of time or whatever. And that's all I have, unless there's anything. Anybody else has questions? I mean, we're just trucking along, and it's good, and our city's growing, so it's just crazy. Yeah, but fun. It's been fun to see how the library's grown and stuff, and have everybody be excited, and people posting about it that they're at our cute little library. Yeah. Our computers aren't handling anything though. The internet in the oldest building there. But anyway.
Struggling.
Yeah, yeah. If anybody saw on social media, we did have it go down. So Friday we were closed and Saturday because our internet and phones were down.
Oh,
Didn't go up, so they had to try and fix that. I'm hoping with phones tonight, they were doing an update. I hope it didn't cancel all of our internet. Yeah. Anything else?
Other than I do like the idea of a fundraiser in
Yeah.
the fall.
Yeah,
So that'll give a boost.
yeah. Well, and if we do the orchard day, depending on how this goes,
Mhm.
I mean, it's going to be a lot of work to set all the books up because it's a lot of books, you know. Depending on how this goes, then we would do that again next year. Yeah, and then if we had that other little one with Costa Vida or something that's just like a date night, I think that would be really good. And really, it would help with it's a lot. You don't really realize the prizes. I mean, prizes just add. We spent over $1,200 for summer reading, which it seems like a little, but it's a lot on candy and little prizes every week, and then trying to get some good prizes for the end. Like, yeah, I mean, you guys know you have kids, toys, toy costs, and everything. So we want to keep it fun, even though there's a lot of people. We don't want to make it less. So.
And then with prices and everything, have you guys been affected at all?
Yeah, well, our book dealers haven't caught up with that. So book deal sales have been a little bit different, except for Deseret Book, which we actually buy quite a few. That's our highest checkouts in romance. So, although, did I tell you with our self-checkout, the spicy romancers are up.
Gone
Right.
up. Now they can be conspicuous before they're checking
So they
out.
don't have to talk to us.
That's fun.
So that price has gone up a little, which we're actually trying to start a consortium with Deseret Book. They're actually really strict with libraries. They're not a wholesale bookseller to us, so we don't get as good of a discount. And all our other booksellers, we get pre-orders, like before the books actually hit the shelves, so we can have it at the same time like a new book as when it comes out. Where Deseret, we have it's the same time as anybody else, just when we can get it. So
Does Siegel do anything like that?
nobody has done. I don't know if they're as big as Deseret.
Probably not as big,
Yeah.
but they're already kind of a discounted store,
Yeah,
so
that's
they
true.
may be willing to look at something like that. I don't
That's
know.
true. Yeah, so we just had a meeting today. There's about half of the directors that are trying to meet with Deseret to see if we can start some kind of deal with them, but they also want to make money, you know. So, but for Overdrive, we can't get their books on Overdrive for Libby either.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
I
'Cause
noticed
they have
that.
They have
They
their
have
own.
their own
Exactly.
bookshelf. Deseret
Yeah.
bookshelf.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we'd like to set something up that they could do and care about the public who can't buy them. So that's what we're working on as directors. So next month I have to have stats from our library on checkouts and stuff, so we can try to put a project together to go in front of Deseret Book and try to get something set up with them. But yeah, most of the other stuff, I mean, just food and prizes, those things cost more, the toys cost more. Books I haven't really seen a rise, like I say, except for Deseret, because it's a different retail buying. Our other booksellers, it hasn't been as bad yet. So
Did we approve the minutes?
We did.
yes, at the start.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you say yeah? Did we?
Where was
Yes.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she
we did.
motioned and she
Yep.
seconded.
Yeah.
And you were thinking of your
Oh.
next
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
I was
Shauna motioned to
Your next
approve,
Dr.
and
Pepper.
Rihanna seconded to approve.
Just
Nice.
kidding.
Yep.
Did I totally? What was
You-
I
I know.
doing?
We
You
don't
were
know.
getting ready to make your statement.
You were.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
looking up John's email.
Yes.
Is that what I was
Yep.
doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, that tells me that I didn't have a Dr. Pepper today.
Yeah. Do we need to say it again?
no, you're
Okay.
You're good. Okay.
Okay.
All
I
right.
apologize.
You're good.
I really am not a Fruit Loop every day.
No.
They're used to me. You're okay. Any other questions or anything? Good?
Yeah, we're
You just keep up the good work. Every time we
Oh,
come, you've got
thanks.
new grants lined
Yeah,
up
I
and
know.
something exciting.
Well, and I can work on it. Honestly, my staff's super good. They're really good, and everybody's really happy, and it's just flowing really good.
Good.
So I'm excited, and the new people fit in really well, and have been really good about it too. So
Great.
That's good. All right, guys. I guess we'll go on and do our next meeting's Wednesday, October 12th at 6 p.m. Is that fall break?
I think it is.
Probably,
Is it?
yes.
Fall break.
I bet it is.
I want to
It's
say it
second
is.
week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does anyone have conflicts?
well, probably we probably need
Everyone.
to check to change that. So we'll have to see what rooms and what days are available.
Okay.
So I'll talk to John about changing October.
I feel like every October we have to because I always schedule
Yeah,
us on
if we're because
fall
we're
break.
always the second.
the second. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll try and look at days, and then I'll just send out a message to you guys and see what days work out of the days he lets me know are available.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then I want to say thank you guys for coming and making your time out of your day to come. It's really nice. And then I guess I have a motion to end the meeting. Can I have one?
I motion we end our meeting.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All right. You guys have a wonderful
Thanks,
day.
you guys. Thanks for always serving and stuff. It's so hard to come at nighttime when you're off work or whatever. Even if you're not working, like to come at dinner time and night. I appreciate it.
Thanks for what
Helps
you're
us.
doing.
Yeah.
You have a hard job. This is
Right?
easy.
That's
though.
true.